Hey, hey, ho, ho. Welcome to the Nosey Liberal. We are live and we are here and we are dealing with minor. Gotta love it when we go live and everything crashes right when we go live. Hello, welcome to the program, The Nosy Liberal. My name is Thomas Reynolds. We are live and we are here and we got lots to talk about today and a lot to do and it's gonna be a really interesting show. And I have my soda. I have my little can of soda, my only can of soda. I'm low on soda, and I have my videos to talk to you guys about stuff today, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna discern. Hello, Jim. We're gonna have a show. We're live. We're here. We made it. It's all good. We had a little technical difficulty, a little faux pas, and hopefully everybody can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me or see me. That would be helpful if you can do that. But everybody should, at this point, be able to hear and see me. And then we're going to take my medication, which I should have done before the show, but running slightly late because we're running on our literally our last soda. Our last soda. So this should be interesting. So we've taken the medication and we've put in the last soda of the day. And we're here and we're wearing a shirt that is completely uncomfortable because it's like 5 degrees out, but it's not 5 degrees in my room. It's like 60, 70 degrees in my room. And I'm too overdone for this shirt. Like um it, 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 I'm too overdone for this shirt. Thank you for letting me know, Jim. That is amazing that everything sounds good because frankly we had some technical difficulties. And when do we not have technical difficulties? We're working on not having any technical difficulties, but that day will come when we get the George Soros check that we've been meaning to to get for years now. I am still waiting on the George Soros check. I have not seen the George Soros check. I am completely um, disappointed with George Soros that I have not yet seen my George Soros check. I am fundamentally angry at George Soros that he has not come through and handed me out a George Soros check. Don't hit me, George. Don't hit me. I know everybody likes to get all touchy and hitty and feely these days. Let's not do that on this show. Okay? Let's not do that today. Lots to talk about today, and I got video for you, and I have none of it loaded up. So loading it up, this will be precious to see if it works this way because I have none of it loaded up. So you're just gonna have to bear with me as I load up the video. And I forgot to turn my phone off if you just heard it in the background. So there's that. And we're just counting all the things that Tom did wrong to get the show off the ground before we start the show. And my eyebrows are fucking perfect though. Look at those eyebrows, man. Look at that. Look at the eyebrows. Just take a look at the perfect fucking eyebrows. I wake up out of bed and I get the perfect eyebrows and I do nothing. Nothing. And I have these perfecto wonderful eyebrows and I don't know what I do to make them happen. I don't get like punched in the face by Will Smith. There's no drama to get to them. I just wake up and bam, perfect fucking eyebrows. I'm a little jealous of myself, I must say. I'm a little bewildered that how I can get perfect fucking eyebrows by doing nothing. By absolutely doing I do nothing for these perfect eyebrows. And yet here they are. They show up. They show up every day. Just like you did to the show. So thank you for that. My very loyal listeners and watchers, I really appreciate them and you because you keep me wanting to do the show and coming in even though I'm completely late and didn't do a show on Saturday. My apologies for that. I was sick Saturday. Bet you're tired of hearing that, but when you just stress yourself out all week, you get yourself sick. And I did that this past week. I'm trying to do better. I'm like trying real hard to do better. But I've been stressing myself out about things and making myself sick at the end of the week. And so I have no relief except to like sleep the whole weekend. So I sleep the whole weekend. And my mother's like, "Why are you sleeping so much? What's wrong with you?" And I don't want to tell her I'm broken because that would just like flip her out. But I am kind of broken. I feel like every week I get slapped in the face by Will Smith, you know. And I like Will Smith, but what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck? We're gonna talk about that because like this is this is like black on black crime that the Republicans always talk about, and it's unnecessary. Now I'm taking my other set of pills. Oh Lord Jesus. It's one of those days. Welcome to the program. Um like this is the black on black crime. And Chris Rock is not pressing charges. I think he should press charges. I'm probably in the minority of this. I think Chris Rock should press charges because this is ridiculous. He doesn't even like Will Smith. Didn't like and I like Will Smith, right? I like Will Smith. Let me go on let me go on record before we get this started off. I like Will Smith. Like, I really like Will Smith. I like him as an actor. I like him as uh, Will Smith in the uh, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I like his. I like him. I like Will Smith. So this hurts. I also like Chris Rock. So this is like this is like two buddies going after each other. You know, when you have two friends, excuse me, go after each other and you don't want to take sides or you're or this is like another analogy where you have a couple that you're best friends with both of them and they want your advice on how to deal with the issue. That's what this is, man. This is like just send Will Smith after Vladimir Putin for Pete's sake. Just let Will just go bam right into kisser. Right bam. Jesus. And everybody thought it was fake. That wasn't fake. That was real. That was that was some real pent up um anger, rage, uh fluid, whatever you want to call it. That was a moment. That was yippee ki and whatever else you want to add to it. And that was real. So there was nothing big going on about that. That there slap heard around the world. That then there was real. And I just got to say, Will Smith, man, dude, you when you have an apology, like actually apologize to the person that you hit. Like Chris Rock, I'm sorry I hit you. I'm sorry I bitch slapped you on national TV. I'm sorry, Chris Rock. Will Smith's Oscars slaps that saw political entertainment worlds. Finally, somebody was watching the Oscars. So, like, Will Smith lost it because Chris Rock told a joke about his wife and his wife's hair. And for one, it wasn't even that funny. Like, maybe he got mad because the joke wasn't even that funny. But he just went up and popped him one in the face for it. And it's like, I was defending my family. Yeehaw. All the right wingers are just like, yeah, see? Black people do that shit too. Black people to defend their family too. And all the left was like, oh boy, this is weird. Who do we root for? Who do we root for? So the political and entertainment worlds are reacting to one of the most stunning moments in Oscars history after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage when the comedian made a joke about the King Richard star's wife. The jaw-dropping moment on Sunday occurred after Rock mocked Jada Pinkett's, I better say it right or he might come over and slug me. Pinkett Smith's bald head while making several wisecracks before announcing the winner in a documentary category. After the quip, Smith unexpectedly took onto the stage and slapped Rock. Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth, Smith yelled to Rock upon returning to his seat, according to uncensored broadcasts of the award ceremony. The fiery exchange ignited a furious eruption on social media. The View co-host Megan McCain chimed in, suggesting that not even politics was so dysfunctional. Saying, and people say politics is chaos. Uh, Judd Apatow slammed Smith for the physical show of force, blasting Best Actor winner for displaying out of control rage and violence. I agree. Comedian Kathy Griffin said the televised altercation could lead to further violence outside of Hollywood. Don't encourage this. She's right. Don't encourage this. Matthew Dowd, a former Democratic lieutenant governor candidate in Texas, questioned the public would have reacted if Smith confronted a female. Yeah, because like the crowd was like, it's funny. It's funny. He got bitch slapped. Look at the funniness. Look at the humor. It's all we can laugh at the humor. But Matthew Dowd here, for all those defending Will Smith's assault and attack on Rock, would you have the same reaction if Amy Schumer had made the joke and Smith hit her? I think these people would have flipped the fuck out. Irrationally flipped the fuck out. Um and so when watch it, Jim. You might get slapped now. One Hollywood diva bitch slapped another. No, dude, this was Oscar's golden. They could. He swore he had the f bomb. What you ruin your moment, dude. Just like I love me some Will Smith. I love me some Chris Rock. Why can't you all just get along? What? And what the fuck? Will Smith is an entertainer. Will Smith should know you do not go encouraging this type of behavior. to an audience that you don't like, for an audience that you don't like. Like, you should not go saying things to we will be back later. We're gonna kind of ride through the break. This is the Nosy Liberal. My name is Tom Reynolds. Hashtag FI Live. Will Smith just like has a little hissy. I guess when you're rich and when you're famous and when you're talented, you could have these outbursts and nothing happened to you. You could just do you could do whatever. You could be Donald Trump and have these outbursts. You could just be you could just all over the place and nothing will actually happen to you. I guess is the case here. I guess is what we're looking at. Because nothing is actually going to happen, which is sad. Two Hollywood divas fighting each other. Um and like Chris Rock was actually shocked. The look of shock on Chris Rock's face was like, what the fuck, dude? These are jokes. You know, ha ha, funny jokes. Like what the actual fuck is going on, man? I don't like everybody else. But again, if he had done this to a woman, I don't think we'd have this. Oh, he's so macho. He's so rough and tough. Isn't he, though? Isn't he just so wonderful? I don't think we'd have that impression. And I seriously have to do something about my hair. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I got to do something about my hair. My hair is like completely like a shambles today. For those listening who can't see, you're very lucky. My hair is just there. It's something, and it's making me a little crazy, and I don't need any help to be made a little crazy. So there's that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a whoa or not do that. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna load some video and we are gonna see how this works. We're gonna see if we can't make this happen and not screw it up. We're gonna load some video. This is Donald Trump. Another one you want to just punch in the face. He's got a punchable face, doesn't he? Donald Trump has a just want to slap him right in the face. Too bad he has Secret Service to protection. Because man, I would just love to just wham right in the kisser. Right in the kisser with for Donald Trump. Wouldn't you just love to just smack him? Just give him a nice little old punch. Nice little old punch. I don't see any problem with that. That could be something lovely. That lovely for me. Um, to give old Donald a good old punch in the face because he says the damnedest things, and he was on about his Klan rally in Georgia. I almost said Germany. Feels like Germany when he talks, though. Feels like 1933 Germany when Donald Trump talks. And he had some things to say about climate change. And it's not going to load the way I want it to. So let's try the other way. Okay. Technology. Oh, Tom, this is why you do it before the show and not during the show. Tom. You know better. So we're gonna test this loading practice and see if it loads this way. Um, yeah, he just had some shit to say, and I'm not gonna be able to mute myself out of the photo because if I don't, then you won't be able to see the video because that's a new thing that is happening. But here is Donald Trump.
The day, here we are, guys, threatening us. He's worried about the ocean will rise 1/100% over the next 300 fucking years.
Don't you want to just punch him in the face? They're all cheering. It's a fucking years, 300 fucking years.
It's crazy. These people are crazy. And, we want a clean environment. I'm a big environmentalist, and the truth is, I want immaculately clean water. We want clean air. And we set all sorts of records during my administration. But
We set all sorts of records. We did all sorts of what records? What records did you set? I don't recall any records being set. Um, what records? You didn't set any records. There was no accolades for Donald Trump's clean energy here. There was nothing there. And the crowd just loves him. He says fucking. He's no Ronald Reagan. He just said fucking. Fuck. Crowd just those religious Jesus loving freaks out there on the right. They just love it when Donald Trump says fuck. Lindsey Graham gets his fainting couch out. Oh, he said fuck again. The way it means we're gonna do it. It means we're gonna do it. So there's that. But let's just mosey on down to Donald Trump land one more time here and watch this video.
here we are, guys, threatening us. He's worried about the ocean will rise 1/100% over the next 300 fucking years. It's crazy. These people are crazy. And, we want a clean environment. I'm a big environmentalist, and the truth is, I want immaculately clean water. We want clean air. And we set all sorts of records during my administration. But
Trump water, the cleanest water you can buy. The cleanest, the nicest water you can buy. Trump water. Get it. Buy it today. Trump water. Oh my god. And the crowd, like, it's not so much what he's saying anymore. It's the crowd reaction, right? It's not so much like you expect this from Donald Trump. Oh, the fucking sea rises. Oh yeah. You expect this nonsensical, batshit crazy, diatribe from Donald Trump. You expect Donald Trump to go apeshit. It's just gonna happen. Okay, Donald Trump's gonna go apeshit. What's next? What's new? What else is new? Donald Trump goes apeshit. Film at 11. You'd like to think like there'd be some shock or some outrage or something, but instead the crowd just goes fucking nuts. Um, you know, the crowd goes nuts over this. And he's lying. There's no truth telling in any of this. Like, he's flat out lying about uh, uh, his climate policy. He didn't have a climate policy. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this. But he didn't have a climate policy. There's no goddamn climate policy. We'll be
I'm Dr. Anthony Lizowitz, and this is Climate Connections.
They can,
A recent study
so you're gonna have, is this your
climate
district
activists have
that,
been
that
telling
is open
elected
now where you
leaders
live
for
in
years.
Wausau?
Climate change will shape
It's
the
the
lives of
entire
young people
state of
today
Alaska. And
in
Don
a
Young,
very drastic fashion.
Carl Schleusner is with Climate Analytics, a nonprofit research institute. His team looked at the projected frequency and intensity of extreme weather events over the next several decades. They analyzed heat waves, hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts.
And then we compared how climate change is materializing in the lifetime of different people alive today in 2022.
The researchers found, for example, that even if current climate policy pledges are implemented, children born in 2020 may experience about 7 times more heat waves in their lives than their grandparents did. The team created a website called My Climate Future, where anyone can enter their birth year or the birth year of their kids and grandkids and see what their future might look like. Schleusner says he hopes it helps people understand in more concrete terms how global warming will harm younger generations and the urgency of climate action. Like Climate Connections? Subscribe to our free podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Climate Connections is produced by the Yale Center for Environmental Communication. To hear more stories like this, visit climateconnections.org.
I need like a producer. Anybody want to be a producer of the show? I need like, oh my god, pressing the wrong buttons. Just, it's like the cat just walked over my keyboard and said, "Fuck you!" Holy Jesus! It would be funny if it weren't so on air, like on air. I'm trying to do this show and make it a professional show. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because I'm trying. Like, I'm trying to make it a professional show. And the fact that I'm trying to be somewhat professional is the problem. Maybe if I just say, fuck it, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Things will just work out for the show. Right? Like, fuckity fuck. The Sea Order, fuck it. The Donald Trump, fuck it. Will Smith punches me in the face, fuck it. Who needs charges? What if I just said, yeah, fuck it. Just Republicans taking over Congress? Fuck it. Just fuckity fuck. Instead of, oh, we're gonna be professional today. We're gonna we're gonna we're gonna do this right today. We're gonna get all our bells and whistles and everything all fixed. Oh, so frustrating me on one person's show. Like, you gotta have all the bells and whistles right. You gotta make sure everything works, and you gotta do it right. And it's so damn frustrating. It's so damn frustrating when it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Like, I'm trying, but I wonder sometimes maybe I should just say fuck it. I mean, Donald Trump has basically said fuck it to Truth Social, and that somehow is popular. Donald Trump that isn't even on the platform, his own platform. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give a shit about that. His own goddamn social media platform. He's not even on it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Donald Trump. But yeah, he has awards, accolades. He likes the cleanest water. He Oh, what a sick bastard. What a sick bastard Donald Trump is. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of him. And then there are the people out there. Oh, they're just the same. They're just the same. Tom, they're just yeah. One group of Democrats is trying to legalize marijuana, and the other group of Republicans is trying to fucking burn you in effigy for even smoking a joint. They're both the same my ass. Lord Jesus help me. I'm having a day. Welcome to Monday, everybody. We're having a Monday. It's Monday, and we're having a day. Um, True Social already censored Devin Nunes' cow. I am disheartened by that, Jim. I would never censor Devin Nunes' cow. Quit talking about his wife that way. Don't do that. Not nice. Um, that's not nice. We are better than that on the left. I have the hiccups. So the Democrats might legalize the marijuana now. How awesome is that? We might actually see some legalization. That would be nice. That'd be a score, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I mean, I would think so. Uh, the House is poised to pass a bill legalizing marijuana. That is some good sounding dope stuff going on, right? And Joe Biden might actually sign it. That would be nice. Joe Biden signing a passed bill. Yeah, well, you're lucky, Jim. You live in Colorado. I live in Connecticut too, so it doesn't matter to me. But for the states where it matters, it means something, and you could still get a federal. You could be pinched by the feds if they want to pinch you. So it's about time that we just said to the old marijuana that yeah, you're legal. Smoke it up. Smoke it if you got it. Is what we should say. The House is poised to pass legislation this week that would legalize marijuana, just the latest example of the swiftly changing attitudes on the drugs laws that make the near reversal from the Reagan era war on drugs. Yeah, because that was a smashing. So just say no. Just say no, kids. Just say no. Bill legalizing marijuana has near uniform support among Democrats and top ally Senate Majority Leader Chuck E. Cheese Schumer, who has been aiming to introduce similar measure in the spring. Legalize it, legalize it, legalize it. Just legalize it. I want to be the one to operate the Uber for weed. The free delivery of the Uber like they have in Vegas already. I want to run that business. Oh, and it's just one of several pieces of legislation that underlines the shift in Congress's attitude, a change that has come in part because of the way drug laws have disproportionately hit minority communities. You think? The way bills in America screw black people, amazing. Amazing. As Jesse Lee Peters would say, amazing. You gotta have that guy on the show. Most illiterate conservative you can find has one of the biggest talk shows on YouTube. I gotta have him on my show. That's a goal. Jesse Lee Peterson, we're booking your ass. You could slap my beta ass around any day, Jesse Lee Peterson. He wouldn't know what to make of me, being it is that I am non-binary. He wouldn't know what to make of me. He wouldn't know whether to call me a man, a woman, a hey you, a them they. It'd be fun. It would be a riot. So there's that. On Thursday, the Senate unanimously passed a bill to expand scientific and medical research on marijuana and its compounds, including cannabis oil. The flurry of action in Congress isn't limited to marijuana legislation. The House passed a bipartisan bill last fall by a margin of 361 to 66 to eliminate the federal disparity in prison sentences for crack. Oh, cue Hunter Biden music, and powder cocaine offenses. All of the votes in opposition were from the Republicans. Gotta get after those crackheads. Oh, just say no. The issue was also raised in Supreme Court confirmation hearings this week by Senator John Kennedy. No relation to the actual John Kennedy who got shot in the head. Who asked Biden nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson if she agreed there would be such a disparity in sentencing. Sentencing is not a word, Tom. Work with me here, Tom. Hello. Sentencing. What we have seen is that the majority of people now realize that the war on drugs failed. Blumenthal told The Hill. Duh. Anybody who doesn't believe that at this point is a crackhead. Just saying. And not like this kind of Hunter Biden crackhead that we all like to think of, but like an actual crackhead, just on fucking crack, doesn't grasp the reality of the situation. Oh my god. Like I don't understand how cigarettes and alcohol totally legal. But cocaine and heroin and marijuana, oh my god, you're the most evil person if you take it. No, you're an addict. There's a difference. The human disparity and the disparity about how we deal with the people who are addicted is just nauseating to me. Oh man, you're an alcoholic or you drink alcohol. You get a pass. It's alcohol. We tried to ban that. Didn't work. I'm not saying ban it. I'm saying treat it the way we treat alcohol. Just say no is a horrifying failure. What did the Republicans come up with? Yeah, a failure. Oh, sorry about the shadow for those watching. I don't have my overhead lights on today because we're running late. So you get a little bit of the shadow creature thing going on with everything. I only have one light on. Because usually in my room, I only have one light on because the overhead lights are so bright, I get a headache. You know, and they cause cancer. Just saying. Uh, Legal alcohol is a lot more damaging to society than legal weed, Jim says. And Jim is actually right. Jim is positively right. Um, so, you make all that money on legal alcohol, though. I don't understand why people don't see the financial potential in drugs. Get it out. For years and years and years, dealers and gangs and everybody else has seen the financial potential in dealing drugs. I don't understand why normal businesses cannot deal drugs and that the government come in and deal with the drug situation as a medical situation. I don't understand. Like, somebody has to explain it to me. I mean, is Nancy Reagan seriously that powerful? Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Oh my god. Yes, I don't know. And I'm gassy lassie over here. So there's that. Um Hashtag FI Live if you want to leave a comment or leave a comment in the comments section. We're here, we're queer. We're live on FYNation.com. We're live on the YouTubes. We got technology working. I wish I was working as well as the technology. Um I am not working as well as the technology today. I think I need a joint. Um I need something. I need to get up and go booster shot or something. And the soda is not cutting it today. And this is my last one. And I don't have enough money to get any more. So Tom is gonna be a pretty cranky creature by the time this show is over. So there's that. And we're not advertising the Coca-Cola. Let's not do that. So there's that. I love on my desk that I could just hide things that are unnecessarily supposed to be seen. Like yeah. It's just it is what it is. So legalize the marijuana, everybody. Legalize it, make it legal. What is the problem, man? Why is it in 2022 we are still having this debate? But the 66 Republicans, oh, that crack cocaine, that's really bad. You can't be doing that. So we're gonna put you in jail for it. Jail 'em. Because that's what you deserve. You deserve jail time, not hospitalization, if you do that crack cocaine. Like they make Hunter Biden, who we're gonna talk about a little later. They make Hunter Biden out to be this crack addict, as if he still is, and not somebody in recovery. Because you could never be like you could never unless you're sucking down the Jesus juice. You can never be a a, a, a recovered anything in the Democratic side. If you're on the Republican side, well, you could be for recovery for everything. I mean, look at Glenn Beck, alcoholic. Well, I haven't drunk a drop ever because Jesus. You know, Jim says your reward for self-medicating is a long prison stay where you can learn to be a real criminal. Exactly. Exactly. Criminalize addictive behavior. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm glad the one thing that major thing that I'm addicted to, which is this stuff here, this Coca-Cola, like this stuff, this wonderful red can. I am glad that it is not criminalized in any sort of way because I would be in jail. I would be in jail over the Coca-Cola. And I understand like addicts like what they go through because like right now I know I in my head I'm going through this trauma of I'm going through this trauma of like how I'm going to get my next can of soda. It doesn't matter that I have water. It doesn't matter that there's milk in the house. It doesn't matter that there's Gatorade in the house. It's like, what am I going to do to get my next soda? And am I going to have the money for it later? Like, I'm literally like one step below a crackhead when it comes to dealing with soda, with Coca Cola. So I understand the mentality because I get nervous, I get jittery, I start getting like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then unless I buy like extra of it, I don't feel safe. And I don't know what else is an addiction. It's not that. We're not gonna take a break. Hashtag it by live. Nosey liberal. I am Tom Reynolds. Now if you'll just bear with me, I'm gonna load this clip up. Um, the other clip that Donald Trump said that was just batshit crazy. Like I said, just bear with me. This is gonna play the old clip. It's not supposed to,
They
but it
can.
will.
You're not
Incredibly
answering.
strong.
Okay,
Should
shut
we
up. Shut up. We don't want to hear you. Just bear with me. I have to change out the clip and play the correct clip. So just bear with me. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way, and you're gonna see how the sausage is made here. So there's that. So Donald Trump was talking to Newsmax because Newsmax basically has all the Trump rallies, the Klan rallies on the channel. They do the OAN. You gotta have the Klan rally. You gotta do the Klan rally. So they do the Klan rally, and Newsmax has a interview with Donald Trump. And Newsmax asks Donald Trump a question, and Donald Trump goes directly into the big lie. Here is Donald Trump doing that.
Putin may have miscalculated there. What is your assessment of where things stand right now with Putin's invasion of Ukraine?
Well, you never know. I can tell you the country is just in shambles. You look at these cities, they've been bombed and they've been blown up, and it's going to take 50 to 100 years to rebuild them. And so many people have been killed. It should have never happened. This would have never happened had the election not been rigged. This would have never happened. He would have never in a million years have done it. So it's very sad. When I watch it, it's sad because this is something all those people should be living now. They should not be dead.
Do you think Putin would use?
So these people would be living if it were not for me, he says. If it were not for me and the big lie, oh my God. And Jim ate cases of soda a day. If Trump had been elected, this would have never happened. Are you kidding me? And there's no like follow up. What do you mean? There's no like in the like I looked for it. There's no like follow up question to what do you mean the election was rigged? What did it? They just continue on their questioning, and Newsmax just ignores the fact that he told a bold faced lie and slid into third base with it, and just completely lied to the public about the way the election happened. And notice that none of those Republicans who won in this election are claiming scandal. They're all hunky dory. They're all totally fine with it. But Donald Trump, he lost. Oh. If only, if only, if only, if only. Oh, please. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. If only. There's no if only here. The whole thing is the dude. Seriously? This would have never happened if Donald Trump had never been elected, because Hillary Clinton would have kept an eye on Putin. I wouldn't have let this begun. She would have rallied our allies instead of like badgering them for money. It's so damn frustrating. It really pisses me off. Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton foreign policy is far better than Bill Clinton than Donald Trump's foreign policy could ever be. Um and sorry, I'm trying to click on something while I fix something, and it's forcing me to click on the screen. So I apologize. Again, trying to be a little more professional here for you guys. Oh, stop it! You're an amateur. You'll always be an amateur. I hear that in my head. And I'm like, no, Tom is going to press on, and Tom is going to be more professional, and Tom is going to do a good show. Tom is going to do a good show. Tom is going to be entertaining. Tom is not going to have to rely on the F word. Like Donald Trump. Tom is not like Donald Trump. Tom is nothing like Donald Trump. Although Tom wanted to be Donald Trump when he was younger, which is just a scary ass thought. Imagine me, a young version of Donald Trump now. Oh, how hideous would that be? Just how awful. Oh, God. Just yikes. But yeah, so Donald Trump, he would have done like he has the cleanest environmental record. He has the best record against Putin. Nothing he ever did was wrong. Everybody's out to get him. He doesn't understand why. He's just so wonderful, right? He's so perfect. Why is everybody out to get Donald Trump? Why is there a vast left-wing conspiracy out to get Donald Trump? He's just doing it right for the America, putting America first. Why is there people out there to go get them? Yeehaw. I can't imagine why. And then you get this Matt Gaetz fucker. We're gonna load this clip up. We're gonna try it the other way. I'm trying things out here, folks, to get things right. Jim says it's easy to say water is clean when you got the EPA and eliminate the pollution regulations and monitoring. Yes, absolutely easy to say that. Well, the water's clean, everybody. We don't fucking check. We don't fucking actually know. Fuckity fuck. Water's clean. What do you want from me? Smell like piss? The water doesn't smell like piss. Here, have some. Tell me how you think it smells like piss. I mean, this is how these people act. This is how these people behave. So we're gonna load another video. Get to watch how the sausage is made here, folks. Because I wanna load it right. And
Putin may have
well, we
miscalculated.
did that video already, so we're gonna take this video out. And we're gonna load this video in. We're gonna load Matt Gaetz in. Oh, Matt Gaetz. Who doesn't
Give
love
us
Matt
the
Gaetz?
ability.
Whoa. Slow down, Matt. Slow it down. Slow it down. Matt is having a fever pitch dream, and Matt needs some medication. So everybody get Matt Gaetz some medication. Matt needs some medication. Matt's fever pitch dream is coming up in a moment at the Klan rally, and even Donald Trump is like, what is this kid talking about? What is this kid talking about? So there's that, and even the crowd is like, not gonna happen. But Matt Gaetz, he believes in it, so it must be true.
Give us the ability to fire Nancy Pelosi take back the majority, impeach Joe Biden, and I'm going to nominate Donald Trump for Speaker of the United States House of Representatives.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Well, that was interesting.
Well, that was interesting. Translation, Donald Trump translation. That was bullshit. Like, even Donald Trump knows, even Donald Trump is like self-aware enough to know that that is not gonna ever happen. Matt Gaetz is in his fever pitch dream of, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And here we have all these things. And guess what's going to happen? Donald Trump is going to become president because of me. Don't you want that, folks? And even the audience is not with Matt Gaetz. The audience is with Trump laughing at Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is the kid in school that kisses ass to the bully, that will say whatever the bully wants to hear so he doesn't get punched in the face by the bully. That's Matt Gaetz. And every other Republican when it comes to Donald Trump. Top of the hour. We're going to be right back. More stuff. I don't know what yet, but we'll think of something. Live show. It's rock and roll, baby. It's a Monday. So just bear with me and I'll bear with you.
Insight Daily Radio. Becoming Steve Jobs, the evolution of a reckless upstart into a visionary leader, is the recently released #1 New York Times bestseller about the iconic founder of Apple. We spoke with co-authors Brent Schlender and Rick Tetzelli about their insightful new book.
He was very reckless as a young man, as a lot of us are. He was impulsive, and so he would go charging into things or make sudden decisions that he was absolutely confident about, where he hadn't even really thought about it all that much. Now, he was instinctively intelligent, and he had a certain kind of street smarts that applied well to being a businessman, and especially a high-tech businessman. But he was reckless in that he would try things and then change his mind and dart off in another direction, and he expected everybody to go along with him and just accept his zigging and zagging.
Steve was reckless as a young man in the sense that he couldn't reconcile his technological dreams and Apple's corporate needs. He always preferred to go for the breakthrough and be bold when, in fact, computing has moments of great boldness and amazing breakthroughs. But the industry as a whole moves ahead in incremental steps. And he was not interested in the incremental at all.
That's co-authors Brent Schlender and Rick Tetzelli on their newly released book, Becoming Steve Jobs, The Evolution of a Reckless Upstart into a Visionary Leader. Insight Daily Radio.
So we're talking about Matt Gaetz and his fever pitch dream. Hey, welcome back to the program. My name is Tom Reynolds. It is hour 2 of the program. We slid in there, just kind of like mosey on into hour 2. This is Nosey Liberal on FYNation.com, on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live. But we're everywhere. We're like a crazy crackhead on the pipe. Probably not the best analogy, but since we're going to talk about Hunter Biden, we might as well talk about the crackhead on the pipe, right? Right? That's Hunter Biden. That's what I'm told by the Republicans, right? That's their fever pitch dream. To completely just talk trash about a guy who is just trying to fix his life. Can't do that. Can't do that unless you're a Republican. Can't fix your life unless you're got it made in the Donald Trump era, then you could do it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Eric Adams, who I like, who I think is doing a misstep. I think he's doing a misstep here, and I like him. I think his heart. This is one of those places where the Democrat has their heart in the right place, but the Democrat is doing the totally worst thing you can do. Um, yes, they do, Jim, because they don't have any nuance about nepotism, so they're going to talk about it and frame it in the way that it's only bad for Joe Biden. Come on now. Get with that program, Jim. Come on. You know this. They're gonna frame it in the way with what about, and ignore the gigantic orange menace in the room because that's what they do. That's how they are. That's how they operate. So Eric Adams, whoa, didn't want to do that. Wrong button. My apologies. Trying to keep it professional here, and I hit the wrong button. That's always smart. So Eric Adams, I like Eric Adams. He's new. I like him better than Bill De Blasio. Um, Not a fan of Bill De Blasio. Um, Eric Adams is much better in how he communicates. Eric Adams' heart is in the right place. Eric Adams is a guy who I think knows the right thing to do, but isn't quite there yet in the right way. You see what I'm saying? Like he knows there's a right way to do something, but fundamentally the way that he's doing it is not the right way. So I think this is one of those Democratic people who like we could have a talking to and a talking with and be like, dude, if you just did it this way, things would be so much better for you and for the city. So can we do that instead, Eric? Could we do that? Could that be better? And I think he might actually listen. And who knows? Maybe you have to give him a little bit of money, and then he listens. But mayor orders New York homeless camps dismantled within 2 weeks, and they did this quietly, right? They started 10 days ago, and nobody knew about it. This is where his heart is fucked up. Like, if you're gonna do something like this, you're gonna let people know about it. Yeah, I'm doing this, but instead, no, we gotta quietly do this. He thinks putting homeless people in healthy living situations in New York City is a good idea, as do I. But ripping up their homes or encampments, if you will, not the best way to go to earn their trust. Not the best way to say, I'm the government, I'm here to help. That kind of says, I'm the government, I'm here to take your home away. Um, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has ordered that every homeless encampment in the city should be taken down within 2 weeks, arguing that the situation is not only dangerous to those living there, but to the city itself. Okay. Are you going to give all these people in these encampments a place to live? We're going to rid the encampments off our street, and we're going to place people in healthy living conditions with wraparound services, Adams said Friday, through Little T Dales, and exactly what provisions would be provided for them. Looking to do it within a 2-week period, he added to the New York Times. The Nine Times said that about 1,000 people are homeless, but that's probably a serious undercount. Um, the debate has in recent weeks centered around the subway, increasing numbers of assaults, yada yada yada. So we got to do something. We got to do something. Eric Adams says. Jim says capitalism likes having an easily scapegoated underclass. Yes, it does. Officials for the MTA, the city's transport system, and homeless outreach workers have said that they have found 29 homeless encampments in the subway tunnels and other 89 in stations this month. How bad is your life when you're living in a subway tunnel? How rock bottom have you hit? Just take that in for a minute. Like, I think I hit rock bottom sometimes, but you're living in the subway and not the one that has all the fancy meats in it, delivery either, but the subway system. Adam said that of the former transit cop, he understood how dangerous the tunnels are. Well, if you understand, don't make them more dangerous. He acknowledged that he could not stop homeless people from sleeping on the streets or force them to stay in the homeless shelters. Well, that's nice. At least you acknowledge that. Can you be next and acknowledge their humanity? Homeless advocates say the sweeps of the subway system or clearing the streets accomplish little other than moving people from the subway to stop another uh, or some other public place, often after losing their possessions in the process. So they're going to make it worse for the homeless people instead of better. This is so. Jim is absolutely right. Dignity is a danger to capitalism. You need to be able to see homeless people and understand there's a problem. I have someone in my life that's no longer in my life that was homeless and tried to help, but it got too much for me and I had to step back. But it was one of the most painful things that I ever did because I knew I couldn't help this person in the way that I wanted to help because I would have failed them. I would have failed the person that I was trying to help if I continued to help. And I recognized that early on and they got mad at me. And it's like, well, sorry. I'm not I never purported to be your savior. And I don't expect Eric Adams in the city of New York to be the savior of all homeless people. But just to say, 2 weeks, problem solved. Problem solved, 2 weeks. That's not a cure to the homeless. There's no this is Republican style leadership, Eric Adams. Your heart is in the right place though. That's what's fundamentally enraging about this. Like Eric Adams isn't like saying, "Oh, these beggars, we just got to get rid of them. They're blah 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 blah. They're a menace." Eric Adams recognizes that they're a danger to themselves and that they are human beings. That is the galling part of this. But he's doing it like a Republican. He's like, I'm gonna sweep the streets. I'm gonna take it all out. I'm gonna do everything good. How do you do? No, you're not gonna. No, Eric Adams, you're not gonna manage to do it good, or do good, or do anything right for people by just sweeping them out of the place that they know that they built. I mean, for fuck's sake, Eric Adams, you're a black man. Do I have to spell it out for you? You're being a colonizer. There, I spelled it out for you. You're colonizing homeless people for your own benefit. And you're saying exactly what a colonizer would say. Well, I'm just trying to help. You're not putting. You're making a sandwich, and all you have is bread. You have no meat. You have no cheese. You have no lettuce. You have no tomato. You have no beef in your sandwich, Eric Adams. Where's the beef, Eric Adams? Like, fine. You want to make a sandwich for the homeless? Make it so they could actually eat it and digest it, and not want to throw it up afterwards. Throw it at you, for that matter. It's actually, if okay, we acknowledge there's a homeless problem. Let's fix the homeless problem. Let's do it, and it's not going to be accomplished in 2 weeks. That's a Republican talking point that you can. Come on, dude. What the enraging thing about Eric Adams is his heart is in the right place, man. He understands there's a blight and there's a problem, and it needs to be fixed. And yet he's willing to just do a damn silly thing in a damn silly way. And yet, Jim's absolutely right. It can't be addressed without acknowledging the root issue. And the root issue is capitalism. And I think I solved it last week when I said give every American a debit card, virtual or otherwise. They can pick it up at the USPS. Most Americans nowadays have cell phones, so they can put it on their cell phone if they don't want to carry it around them. And everybody has instant access to banking. One step further to a global marketplace that you have access to if you have a debit card. One step more possible to do things you want to do. Like, I'm in the process of revamping our Roku channel so we could do live streaming on the TV. And it's funny, they had this free trial set up, but it costs $5 with a setup fee. Excuse me. How is a free trial going to cost me $5? So I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to spend the money on something else. And I don't know why somebody messaged me when I'm on a show. It's clear from Facebook. They messaged me when I'm on a show. Hello. Um. Um. I. You know. It's like people like this homeless problem. People don't see these people as people. People don't see these people as human beings. Eric Adams says, we're going to fix it in 2 weeks. How are you going to fix the homeless problem in New York City? You're going to do what mayors have not been able to do for hundreds of years in New York City? You're going to do in 2 weeks? I dare say, Eric Adams, you have not thought through the problem of the homeless condition in New York City. If you think you are going to solve it in 2 weeks, and you know how I know you're not going to solve it, Eric Adams? I know you're not going to solve it in 2 weeks because for 10 days you didn't tell anyone. For 10 days you kept silent about it. If you had a program that was going to fix the homeless problem in New York City, that was a realistic way to do it, Eric Adams would not be silent for 10 days about the program. He would be singing it from the rooftops. He would be on Rachel Maddow. He'd be on Sean Hannity. He'd go on Tucker Carlson. He'd go on every show, and I solved the problem of homelessness in New York City. What about it? But no, this program was quiet for 10 days before anybody knew about it, before the New York Times reported it. No breaking. Listening and watching to the Nosey Liberal. My name is Tom Reynolds. We are live on a Monday. But if Eric Adams was truly poised to take on the homeless problem and had a plan that wasn't mired in difficulty and bullshit, and I don't think it's phony goodwill. I think he actually has goodwill. I think Eric Adams actually is a person who thinks, yeah, I can solve this. I could do this. I think Eric Adams thinks that. I think that he hasn't thought it through. Some advisor has said, yeah, 2 weeks. We could get it done. I want it done. And nobody has thought this through. Nobody has been like, 2 weeks probably not going to happen. 2 weeks is probably not going to be a situation that, goes down the way you want it to, Eric Adams. It would be nice if we had people who had more than just good intentions in public office. Eric Adams seems to have the best intentions. He understands that these people who are homeless need showers and need places to live, and understands that they may not want to not live in the streets. So he grasps that. But he's being dishonest with himself when he said, oh yeah, 2 weeks. We're going to have a problem solved. Case closed. He's going to do what Ed Koch and Giuliani and any other mayor in New York City has not been able to do for 200 years. Dinkins couldn't do it. But this guy, Eric Adams, is going to solve the homeless problem in New York City. You're absolutely right. The war on drugs. This goes back to the failed war on drugs, Jim. I mean, we're pointing out at this point. We're pointing out the obvious. We're like, and saying this is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem, and nobody's caring enough to listen. And they'll say, and they'll say, yeah, we're listening. Are they hearing? Yeah, and Jim says many addicts aren't ready to get clean and they can't do drugs in shelters or government housing. You need to end the war on drugs. You want to start to end poverty. You need to end the war on drugs. It's really simple. You say to the American people, America, we lost the war on drugs. We can no longer fight this battle. We now have to go into a search and rescue for the people who are dealing with a drug problem. We have to search them out and we have to rescue them from their drug problem. We don't need to jail them. We don't need to be hard on them. I would give my left arm for Joe Biden to come out and say, America, The war on drugs is a failure. We as politicians failed you with the war on drugs. It's now a search and rescue mission. That's how you frame it. You're going to search out the problem, and you're going to rescue people. You give the American people a new mission. Okay, what happens when a building collapses and you come to the conclusion that you're not going to find anybody else in the building? You go into recovery. You're going to recover bodies. You come to the conclusion, the adult responsible conclusion, that you can no longer rescue people in a building that has collapsed. And you have to go and locate the bodies for the families. That is what we have to do as a society. We have to have someone with the, as Sarah Palin would say, cojones, to step up to the plate and say, you know what? This war on drugs is not working. This war on drugs is not working. It didn't work on my son. Joe Biden, I'm looking right at you when I say that. It didn't work on me. It's not working for the American people. We now have to go on a new mission, America. And the mission that we have to go on is a search and rescue mission. Yes, and you're absolutely right. I could never do the 12-step program. I tried for my own addictions that I have. You can. I'm not saying cold turkey is the way. I know people who quit smoking cold turkey. I'm not saying cold turkey is the best way, but there are ways that you can quit where you can do it scientifically without causing real damage and without religiosity. We need to have an honest discussion about this problem, and it goes back to homelessness. It goes back to dealing with crisis of poverty. It goes back to capitalism. It goes back to all these things we talk about on the show on a regular basis. The things that matter. Tell me I'm wrong. Hashtag FYI Live. Leave a comment in the comment section. The personal comment section does not work, but the Facebook Live FYI Nation page works, and the Twitch works. So you could leave a comment in the comment section there. I don't know why the Facebook comment section does not work for comments for this program, but it does not. And I'm not putting any effort into adding it to extra because I am just fucking lazy. Can't get enough people to watch anyway. So there's that. And I need people on YouTube, frankly. Need to build the YouTube audience. The YouTube audience is the most important audience for me right now. And the radio audience. Keep the radio audience going and the YouTube audience, and I'm happy. And then we'll get the Roku going and everything else. But those who may not know, you can get us on Alexa. You can get us on your Google smart device. You can get us on Roku. You can get us on. Shut up, Alexa. And talk to me because she's an idiot. She's my spy device. And we have the apps now. So you can get us everywhere. We're coming to a outlet near you. And we're gonna work on this thing. Our first 8 o'clock show will be at 8 o'clock tonight on Monday. And that'll be really fun. We'll have some stories for you lined up with Lou Hastings and me. Lou is going to do 3 shows a week with me. And I'm going to do the rest of the shows. I'm going to do 6 shows. And should be interesting. Like, you got to confront the problem of homelessness. You can't just be like, yeah, we're going to eradicate it in 2 weeks. I mean, come on. We'll be right back after this break. I love our We'll be right back.
Find out more about the partnership at soundbeat.org. Soundbeat is produced at the Belfer Audio Archive, Syracuse University Libraries. I'm Brett Barry.
I'm Rick Smith, and this is Labor History in 2. On this day in labor history, the year was 1979. That was the day the 3 Mile Island Unit 2 reactor partially melted down near Middletown, Pennsylvania. A combination of equipment failure and human error has long been attributed as the cause of the meltdown. An initial overheating and reactor shutdown had occurred, but a pressure valve remained stuck open, allowing coolant to escape. Design flaws in control equipment failed to indicate the position of the valve. Workers then mistook the increased pressure as a result of the excess coolant. They shut off the emergency water system that could have cooled the core. Fears of radiation release and hydrogen bubbles led to voluntary evacuations that included over 140,000 residents. Authorities assured the public that the partial meltdown had been contained. President Carter convened a commission to investigate the causes. It concluded that while the operators took inappropriate actions, the training they received was inadequate, as were the procedures they were required to follow. Plant designers Babcock and Wilcox were held responsible for poor design. The company failed to notify operators of repeated valve failure and a previous near duplicate of the potential catastrophe at the Davis-Besse plant. Metropolitan Edison, General Public Utilities, and the NRC were also held responsible for poor quality control, poor maintenance, communication lapses, and poor training. Fears regarding public health and safety intensified, fueling health studies of those exposed and the anti-nuclear power movement. The aftermath brought about sweeping changes involving emergency response planning, reactor operator training, human factors, engineering, radiation protection, and many other areas of nuclear plant power operations. It also caused the NRC to tighten and heighten its regulatory oversight. All of these changes significantly enhanced U.S. reactor safety. Labor History in 2 brought to you by the Illinois Labor History Society and The Rick Smith Show.
FYNation.com. The Nosey Liberal. Hashtag FYI Live, if you will. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's one of those shows. Yeah, we're just having a show. I'm just checking the news to see if there was any big updates. Apparently, the Russians have left Chernobyl. So I guess maybe they're kind of falling back. Maybe they're just gonna do the North Korea, South Korea thing that they were talking about on the news. Equally bad, equally bad. All that destruction for nothing. Because Pooty Poo is a prick. I want to do this Patreon story. I like this Patreon story because let's get to Hunter Biden first. We'll do the Hunter. I know I'm delaying the Hunter Biden story. Delay. Well, let's get to the Hunter Biden story first. Talk about Hunter Biden. Let's have a growly moment for Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden. You gotta be all sorts of outraged with the Hunter Bidenness of Hunter Biden. The story from the Blaze. Congress, because they know how to lead the Republican Party. They really know they're in it for the American people. They wanna do the best work for the American people, and they're just gang busting, ready to go, and ready to work for America, and they're going to be trailblazers. They're just going to do a bang up job. These fuckers. They're gonna be wonderful little bastards. Republican in Congress are prepared to subpoena Hunter Biden over his international business deals and content found on his laptop. Guess that's what we're getting. That's what we have to wait for. Yay! We're gonna talk more about Hunter Biden and his crack idol addiction. Representative Elise Stefanik, who currently serves as a House GOP conference chair, said, "We will subpoena Hunter Biden." Biden, the 52-year-old troubled child of the Biden family and youngest son of President Joe Biden, previously abandoned his personal laptop at a computer repair shop in Delaware in the spring of 2019. The computer's hard drive contained years of worth of correspondence and emails and text and legal documents and photos that detailed the younger Biden's international business ventures. Oh, I'm just all. Oh, I can't wait till the Republicans get into power. Can't you? The owner of the computer repair shop made copies of the laptop's hard drive and provided them to the FBI. And Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City and advisor to former President Trump, ultimately the New York Post obtained a copy of the hard drive and ran an expose a month before the 2020 election, which should have made Donald Trump win. Donald Trump should have won, goddammit. Donald Trump should have been the victor. But Facebook and Twitter largely ignored the bastard. The crack pipe bastard. They ignored him. And legacy media just didn't bother. Those bastards. At the time, the Biden laptop was falsely dismissed by the media and many in the intelligence community as Russian propaganda. Accusing these entities of collaborating to benefit the first family, Stefanik said it should be concern every American that they did this for the Biden family's financial gain, which came at the cost of our national security. Jim, it's funny. I was thinking that too, and Jim asked, "Shouldn't it be illegal to copy somebody's personal computer and make it public?" I was thinking that. But it's Hunter Biden, so you get a pass. And he's working with the Republicans. If it was Donald Trump's personal computer, then we'd have a problem. But it's Hunter Biden, so get off your high horse, Jim. Slow down, slow Betsy down on that high horse. All right, just slow that roll. That's one of the critical questions, perhaps the most critical question. Who's the big guy? Described in the emails. Yeah, it must be Joe Biden. It must be Joe Biden. Tony Bobolinsky. Oh, I can't wait to see him again. He was on the Tucker Carlson show, and he just did a bang-up job. Tony Bobolinsky, a former business partner of the Hunters, said that there is no question that Joe Biden was the big guy. Not him. Not me, Tony. It was Joe Biden. Joe Biden was the big guy. The American people deserve answers. Absolutely deserve answers, Stefanik said. There's no greater ethical concern or, frankly, conspiracy whether this president is compromised because of his illegal ties to his family members. Oh my God. This is what we get. How loudly do I have to sound this warning? You want more of this? At least Stefanik going fever pitch dream, conspiracy theory. What crack pipe was Hunter Biden smoking from, and when was he smoking it? Do you want more of this? If the answer is no, vote Democratic. If the answer is yes, by all means, go with the fucking retards. Oh, did I say retard? I said it again. Oops. They make me so mad. Self-censoring myself. Yeah, the plan is to make America great again, Jim. With the investigation, it's going to be the Hunter Biden investigation. Gotta have that trope. Gotta sell those T-shirts. Gotta make America great again. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's just so awesome. Make America great again. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds like a plan. Let's investigate. We warned you about the courts on this show, on this network, when I did another show. We warned you about everything on how they behave on this network. Come on, we're not here to solve the homeless problem. That's where Jim. Come on. We're out to get Hunter Biden now. We have to get Hunter Biden. Did you not get the memo? Jim is not missing the point. We're out to get Hunter Biden. I'm very disappointed in you, Jim. You of all people should get the point. We are out to get Hunter Biden. There's a crack pipe somewhere, and I will find it. Probably under Eric Trump's bed, but I will find it. I said probably. Before you come suing me, Kyle Rittenhouse. Oh my God, these people. Hunter Biden. We gotta go get Hunter. We got nothing better to do. We don't know how to lead. Yes, a free Biden supplied crack pipe is what we're getting. That's how we're gonna solve all the problems for America. Because when you're smoking the crack, you have no problems. Except where to get your next crack pipe. And when we're giving away the crack, then there's no problems at all, because there you go. Problem solved. See? Helping out America. One step at a time. One crack pipe at a time. We're helping out America. One crack pipe at a time. Oh my God, these people. It's maddening. It's maddening. These people are crazy. They're just going to investigate. They're going to investigate. They're going to investigate. They're not going to do anything rational. They're going to say, look how great we are. We're going after the Bidens. And there's no there. Come on, there's no there. If there was a Hunter Biden laptop expose, it would have been uncovered by now. It's like the Mike Lindell of bullshit is what it is. It's the Mike Lindell of bullshit. There's no case to be made to jail Hunter Biden. There's no case to be made that Joe Biden is in cahoots with the Chinese. Oh my God. This is what we get if this is what we talk about for the next 2 years. If Donald Trump becomes Speaker of the House. This is what we get. I mean, do you want me to slip my wrist live on air? Because I think I might just do that. Because, oh my God. I don't think I could go through with it. I don't think for 2 years I can do the Nosey Liberal show on a regular, consistent basis, having to talk about Hunter Biden's crack-laden laptop. I mean, just to keep that off the radar is a reason to vote Democratic. Just to make it so it's not a topic of a conversation. So I don't have to bring up Tony fucking Bobolinsky. Want to know who this guy is, do you? Yeah, no, it goes back to that, Jim. We can have a Benghazi hearing every day of the week. I mean, we practically did with Kentucky Jackson Brown. She was in there for 13 hours for 2 days. Being grilled about CRT and nonsensical things that do not, and pedophilia. Where's the pizza in the pedophilia camp? That's what these people do. It's crazy. It is absolutely bonkers. But this is where we're at. It should be a beacon for everybody to stop it from actually happening. Just put the brakes on the Republican power grab. I mean, Jesus, what else? How much more of a warning do I have to give you? What kind of warnings do I have to give? What desperate thing do I have to do to get people to see the light that this is what we're up against? I mean, I'm already doing it, and I'm starting a show to directly go against Tucker Carlson, a liberal show, a liberal news commentary show, 8 o'clock every night to go after Tucker Carlson. We're doing that. What else do I got to do? Tell me what I got to do, and I'll do it. I need to know that because I cannot talk about Hunter Biden and his crappy choices for however long they make me. It's bad enough I got to cover this shit in passing. Do they have to add on to it? I wish I could give them their own Earth, Jim, let alone their own island. Let them have their own, because they'd ruin the island. If we gave the Republicans their own island, they would ruin it. They wouldn't know how to take care of it. But you'd have Donald Trump there saying how he has the cleanest water. Drink my piss. They wouldn't know how to take care of it. It's just I don't know what to do with this, man. Like, I don't know where to go for the next hour either. Like, we got a whole hour coming up, and I got canceled Putin in a Patreon story, and one video with Joe Biden in it that makes me happy. Like, this is the Joe Biden I want to see. This is the Joe Biden that scares all the Republicans. This is the Joe Biden that I wish was real. Like, it's so frustrating being a political talk show host and having nothing to say that hasn't been said. It's Hunter fucking Biden. It's Hunter Biden and a laptop and crack cocaine. You know, I remember saying that Jesse Lee or Jesse or what's his name? Jesse Waters. I remember spotting him out when he was on Bill O'Reilly. I was saying, watch out. He's going to be next. He's going to be the next right winger. Yeah, you're going a little dark there, Jim, with the death camps. I will say, little dark. I thought I was in a dark mood. You're a little darker than me today. That cheered me up right away. No death camps, Jim. Not enough. We got the death rattle from the Republican Party. It's just so gross. It's just so damn gross that this is where we're at. And the Hunter Biden laptop. It's like, really? This is what we're doing now? So let's do the I'm gonna show you how the sausage is made again because we gotta do it this way. Shut up, Matt Gaetz. Nobody liked you. We're going into the video. We're going to change the video. See, this is stuff that I should do before the show, but I didn't. So you get it now. So it is what it is. And we're gonna load Joe Biden. We're gonna talk good guy. We're gonna talk about the good guy for a bit because we need to. And I like talking about this guy. I like talking about Joe Biden. I can't help it. He's my grandpa. He's the nation's grandpa, and he had some things to say, and they matter. And uh, Jim, when you're on a roll, man, you're on a roll. At least one of us is. But Joe Biden, right? Here he is, good old Joe. And I think that lady is the person doing the sign language for him. But Joe is going to talk and really freak out the right wing about his plan for America and climate change. It's going to really freak him out. Just take a listen to this.
This also presents an opportunity. It's a catalyst that will drive the investments we need to double down on our clean energy goals and accelerate progress toward our net zero emissions future. That's what the second part of this initiative is all about. The United States and the European Union are going to work together to take concrete measures to reduce dependence on natural gas, period.
So this is better than a fever dream. It's reality. They're going to actually do something about dealing with, well, they're going to actually do something about dealing with climate change. They see the crisis, like, I mean, I guess they needed to get hit in the head with a boulder to see the crisis. So they've seen the crisis, right, Jim? And audience, they've seen the crisis. Jim, you're my producer. Jim, you're officially my producer of the show. The morning show, you're the producer. I've granted you that. You're my chat room aficionado producer. So when I say right, Jim, I am talking exclusively to you. I did like Rush Limbaugh used to do. Okay? So, exactly, meow. So, Jim, we have Joe Biden. Not a fever pitch dream. Joe Biden is actually saying we have an opportunity in a crisis to deal with climate change because, oh my God, all these things are rising higher because we have not put our best foot forward. We have not dealt with climate change 20, 30 years ago, so we're stuck dealing with it now. We didn't listen to Jimmy Carter. So what we're going to do now in Europe is we're going to pay attention, and we're not going to be so reliant on Russian oil. We're not going to be so reliant on Russian gas. We're not going to be so reliant on all these other things that we've been relying on before. Coal, the cleanest coal in the world. That's West Virginia coal, by the way. We're going to actually do these things. Now, I don't know, Jim, if Joe Biden cleared it through with President Manchin, but he sure does sound like he did. And it sounds like he doesn't care. No, here's the thing. Here's my only problem with all of this. Here's my only problem with all of this. The nuclear side. The nuclear side. I am very wary of a nuclear energy way to end climate change. I think that will do more harm than good. So here's my caveat. If we do say use nuclear energy, as Chekhov would say, if we do use the nuclear energy, what we have to do is, yes, we talked about that, Jim, that Manchin might be willing to do some negotiation. But Manchin, in his negotiation for climate bills, wants you to be able to build in the Gulf Stream, in the Gulf Shore area for drilling in federal land. That's his caveat. Just saying. That's Joe Manchin. I didn't know the Gulf of Mexico was anywhere near West Virginia, but apparently it is now. So that's Joe Manchin. But as far as Joe Biden actually sounds like he thinks he wants to get things done with Europe and our European allies because he sees a crisis. And the Republicans and the conservatives on the side are like, oh my God, he sees a crisis. He's not going to use oil and gas and American resources and Canadian resources. He's going to do it this way. Oh no, we can't have that. Yes, trading air pollution for water pollution. Absolutely, Jim. We can't have that. We can't have Joe Biden actually saying, look, here's the problem. This is the cause of the problem. We're going to alleviate the problem. This is what we're going to do to stop this problem from happening. We can't have Joe Biden doing that. That would make too much damn sense if we did that. If Joe Biden came out and said, yeah, we're gonna stop this problem and we're gonna stop it dead in its tracks. And what we're gonna do to stop the problem is we are going to work with our European allies and partners and get off the tit of Russian everything. And the GOP, the Republicans can't handle that. The Breitbarts of the world can't deal with that. That's the difference. See, we got to be able to point out these differences and go from there. it's an easy cop out to say that, like Jeff Waldorf pointed out, that Joe Biden said nothing fundamentally can change. But I think we could still get some fundamental change in there if we work at it. So there's that. And Jim, you're actually absolutely right on your point. But that's the end of this hour. Hope you liked the show so far. I've enjoyed it. If you've stuck around, you're awesome. If you haven't, what the fuck? Um, did I bitch slap you like Chris Rock got bitch slapped? No, I don't think so. But we're gonna come up to a break in a minute, and we're gonna be live for the last hour. We're gonna have the Green News Report coming up next, and I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm gonna do for the next hour of the show to keep you guys entertained, because that's my job. So there's that. It's one of those shows where you're just trying to get everything going. I promise you, though, now that I know there are no video technical issues, and it's only human error technical issues, from now on, we are going to be more professional. Nosey Little Girl, my name is Tom Reynolds. We are live. You're listening to it. We'll be back after this.
It's Thursday, March 24, 2022.
I thought we were going to die. We barely made it into the room. 5-10 more seconds, we would have been in the hallway, which is nothing.
Deadly tornadoes leave trail of destruction in New Orleans and Texas. Ukraine's nuclear agency warns forest fires around Chernobyl could release plumes of radiation. Plus, the Russian invasion of Ukraine is spurring Europe to abandon fossil fuels faster.
All of those stories and more straight ahead from BradBlog.com. I'm Brad Friedman.
And I'm Desi Doyen.
Stand by for 6 minutes of independent green news, politics, analysis, and snarky comment.
Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys, Saudi Arabia.
Yep. This is your Green News Report. Okay, Desi Doyen, climate change related disaster after disaster after disaster in Louisiana and in Texas. It just seems to never end down there.
I know, sadly. Louisiana's Democratic Governor John Bel Edwards declared a state of emergency after at least 2 tornadoes left a trail of destruction in densely populated parts of New Orleans Tuesday night, including a powerful EF3 tornado that lifted homes off their foundations and killed at least 1 person. It was part of the same system that spawned dozens of tornadoes in Texas. The New Orleans tornadoes knocked out power to thousands just 7 months after Hurricane Ida heavily damaged the city's electric grid, and it's a region that has been pummeled repeatedly by multiple hurricanes over just the last 3 years.
It has, and you would think that in Texas and Louisiana, huge fossil fuel industry down there, they would start to get the picture after all of these hurricanes, these floods, these wildfires, and now these tornadoes.
In a site visit, Governor Bel Edwards warned residents that the death toll could rise.
Take a moment to remind people that in natural disasters, especially when you have power outages, a lot of times the biggest loss of life isn't from the storm itself, it's from the operation of generators. And so we ask people to please be safe. Make sure that that generator is operated at a safe distance from your home, never in the home.
More than 600 buildings sustained damage, many of them homes still awaiting repairs after Hurricane Ida last fall. As far as the influence of climate change on this specific storm system, the data is somewhat mixed on tornadoes, but studies do show that tornadoes are getting more intense, more frequent, and more likely to come in swarms, including an increase in nighttime tornadoes because of rising overnight temperatures. In Ukraine, the country's nuclear agency reported this week that Russian troops occupying the Chernobyl nuclear site have looted and destroyed a state-of-the-art laboratory that was working to improve nuclear waste management and contained radioactive samples that are now, quote, in the hands of the enemy.
They stole radioactive samples?
Yes.
That doesn't seem smart.
This is true. The agency also warned that several forest fires are burning around the Chernobyl site that could release plumes of radiation trapped in trees and soil, but that the Russian military's occupation is obstructing efforts to put out those fires.
And if you burn a radioactive forest, doesn't that send radiation into the air all over the place, including into Russia?
Yes.
And a few days ago, the Ukrainian authorities said that they had lost the ability to monitor the radiation levels near Chernobyl. Is that monitoring still down at this time?
Yes, unfortunately, it is. As we go to air, President Biden is in Europe to push European leaders to take new steps to curb the continent's deep dependence on Russian oil and natural gas that indirectly fund Russia's war machine. Biden also urged U.S. companies operating critical infrastructure, including the energy sector, to harden their defenses against potential cyber attacks, citing new intelligence. And the Russian invasion of Ukraine is spurring Europe to abandon fossil fuels faster. European countries this week backed a proposal to impose the world's first carbon border tax. That's a tariff on imports from countries that don't cut their carbon emissions.
That's good.
Germany announced it will back a European Union proposal to phase out sales of internal combustion cars by 2035.
That's good too.
One of the world's largest reinsurers, Swiss Re, announced it is halting all business in Russia and will stop insuring most oil and gas projects.
Also good.
The Netherlands announced it will significantly ramp up the building of offshore wind farms, doubling its planned capacity by 2030.
I like it.
France announced it will end subsidies for new residential gas heaters and boost electric heat pumps instead, and will stop import of Russian gas and oil by 2027.
What is going on? Are you okay, Desi Doyen?
And finally, laggard French oil and gas company Total announced this week that it would stop buying Russian oil by the end of the year and will halt new investment in projects there, just weeks after most other major oil companies cut ties with Russia.
Well, this is just too much good news for our listeners at once. For much more on all of these stories, check out our website at greennews.bradblog.com. I'm Brad Friedman.
And I'm Desi Doyen.
And this has been your Green News Report.
Tell me something good.
Hey, ho, ho, it helps if I unmute the bitch. Yes, it does. It usually totally is awesome if you just like see
This
the
crisis also presents an
whoa, don't do that. You see the issue and you fix it. Yes, while you're live. Yeah, I'm gonna have the other issues, the minor technical issues fixed by tomorrow. So the minor stuff will work itself out tomorrow. I might even have a haircut tomorrow. Yes, that was a very good, cheery Green News report, and the right wingers hate it. So you know it's good when the Green News report is like, yeah, we're scoring here, and the right wing is just like, oh no, we can't be having any of that. We can't do that. Hashtag FYI Live to comment in the comments section. Let me know what you're thinking. The next story is going to be posted in the comment section. You can go to our channel at hashtag FYI Live and check it out. Our Roku is up. We have a Roku channel that you can download if you have a Roku. And we're going to have a special with Roku soon. So that's going to be cool. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're getting it out there. We're surely not as big as the Young Turks or Jeff Waldorf's around the nation. We're not as big as them. Um, but what we lack in size, we have in heart. Okay, we have in the ability to get things done, and I will work very hard to get things done for this channel, for you guys, on a regular basis, so um we can move forward. So Breitbart is freaking out this past weekend, as they do. Um Sydney Watson is a Blaze TV host, and Patreon has said, yeah, not so much, Sydney Watson. Not so much on our channel. Patreon blacklists Blaze TV host Sydney Watson for hate speech. Oh, what did she do? What did she do? The streaming service Blaze was banned from Patreon earlier this week, the second major conservative blacklisted by the funding platform on the same day. Watson said she had never posted any content on Patreon and was yet still banned for alleged act of hate speech. The far-left funding platform, which has banned numerous other conservative figures, did not specify what Watson had said constituted hate speech. So I guess now, if you disagree with the right wing and say this is not good, you're left. Um, I it is what it is. I never actually post anything on Patreon itself, which means they're banning me purely based on what I've said on other platforms. And even then, reading through the guidelines, I haven't done a single thing listed. Oh, poor me. She's still apparently receiving donations, despite the fact that her account is permanently banned, which is weird. Odsy is another company that is trying to get on the We're Not Patreon, and they're going to be like Patreon but take zero cut. Good for them. They want to do this. Good for them. More competition. If you want to get banned by your payment processors because you allow hate speech and the Blaze and all that garbage on your channel, and you want to face the consequences of that and not be able to have a payment processor, go for it. I have no problem with you going for it. But the problem I have is these right wingers going on these platforms and acting like they didn't know. Like they didn't know that Patreon was a lot of left leaning people on it. Like they somehow couldn't figure this out. If you're gonna do your own platform and go after it, and you feel you're purged, go to other funding platforms. They're out there. They're advertising. They're just not as big. And I'm sorry you have to be a normal human being to have your content on a mainstream platform. I'm so sorry. You can't just be a racist pig. on any old platform you join. You have to go into the corners of the internet. Oh, poor you. Where your so-called free speech won't be interfered with and you can act a fool. There are plenty of those for you to go to. And we'll monitor those. We'll happily monitor those on the left. To stop people from getting indoctrinated into the mumbo jumbo that you guys despise of the racism and the bigotry and everything else that you talk about. Jim says the problem that they have is the hate speech isn't actually popular. No, you're right. And it's not mainstream. It's and they are shunned, rightly so. And the platform wants to say that your hate speech and what you have on other platforms is hate speech, and we're not going to tolerate you. That's the platform's call. That is the platform's call. The platform has made that decision. You knew this going into how the platform perceives you. Don't then come to me and whine about it. Make your own platform. Spend the millions of thousands of dollars and try and do it. I tried. It didn't work out for me. I tried. It failed. I couldn't compete. Or just couldn't compete. Because these platforms are too big. So, oh my God, what do? I join the platform and I work on the platform. Jim says they support free market capitalists. Yes, and non-racist. If you're not a racist, Patreon and a bigot, Patreon will totally go with you. But if you're people like the Blaze, Patreon is going to have a problem with you. And poor you. But again, you knew this. This is the thing. Like, you knew going in how Patreon responds to certain conservatives. This is not new. So go to Subscribestar, go to Locals, go to Give, Send, Go. Go to the safe spaces for conservatives. Go to Gab. There are plenty out there that will have you. Don't be mad because you can't be a racist white winger on a YouTube channel. Don't be mad because, oh my God, their sponsors don't want to pay for that. Their sponsors who they make money off of don't want to be a part to that. Holy Toledo. Holy cow. Their sponsors do not want to be a part of that. Like, I would love to start a right-wing channel just to pay for this channel. Because they have oodles of money to spend on their hate. Like, I would literally I would fund it to fund this channel. Have folks sound like Jesse Lee Peterson spouting his bullshit. Sure, you can come on. Pat Robertson, sure, you could come on. Who doesn't need a little 700 club in their life? I'm really game for that. Get some right wingers happy to be there, happy to. Shit, I will make money off of anybody if I thought I was game. I would totally do that. Make money off of those people. And that has crossed my mind. Because they have money to spend. Liberals don't have the money. That's the biggest problem with being liberal. Liberals don't have the goddamn money. I mean, where else can you find somebody to spend $675,000 in Texas to fund an anti-trans bill? Well, no break now. And I cannot find the funding for FY Nation and get enough support for FY Nation. It's taken me 5 years to come this far. And yes, we'd have road bumps and speed bumps along the way. I'll be damned if I'm not willing to take a little off their nose. Those idiots. Hell, I'd run it as a social experiment. You know? TNN, Trump News Network. Ha. Oh, Lord. Ah. Jim says the 5 largest live streamers from the Idiot Convoy made $3.6 million during the DC convoy in donations. Yep. Look! There's a lot of money. This is why liberals like, what's her face? Can't remember her name now. What the hell is her name? She's on the tip of my tongue. Yikes, weird place to be. Not Breitbart. Not Breitbart. What the hell is her name? I've talked about her before. She's the one with the AR-15 on her show. That could be any of them. What the hell is this woman's name? She is Dana Loesch, Dana Lash, Dana Loser, whatever, however you pronounce her name, Dana Loser. She used to be a liberal. And she had this come to Jesus moment where I guess he literally came. And that's that. So there's that. Hold on, I got a message from work. Just have to answer this real quick. Give me an hour. A meeting. Give me an hour. So these people, like on the right, they have their they don't actually believe it, and it's a get rich quick scheme on the right, which is sad in and of itself, but that's how it is. So that's where we leave it. I am gonna head out a little early today, only because I don't have any more stories. I ran out of stories and video. And I don't want to bore you for an hour and 45 minutes. Or an hour, 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some stuff on FYNation.com. And we're going to come back tomorrow with a full 3 hours, and we'll do it that way. The beauty of running your own network is you can cut out at the beginning if you need to. And hello, I need to. So I'm going to play the, let's see, let's see, I'm going to play the first half hour of broadcast on for you guys, for those listening to the station, and then when we come back, we'll come back live tomorrow and go from there. My apologies. We just gotta do better, but tonight we'll be on at 8 o'clock and we'll have a good show for you and jam-packed. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll be back tomorrow.